Welcome to CIT 210 Microsoft Excel. Just going to give you a little overview of the course. So the very first week, you will be completing the Start Here section, which is our orientation and kind of our housekeeping section, and then week one. And you'll notice that starting with week one, we have dates that follow the topic that we're going to cover. And to start with, you're going to see 2 weeks, and then as the course progresses, I will open up more. The assignments are always due at the end of the week, and that will typically be Sundays. So you can see the deadline for the course information and week one is going to be September 1st. And then if we look at the next section, the deadline for week two is September 8th. And the 1st and the 8th are both Sundays, and you'll notice that that kind of continues throughout the course. So to start with, you are going to take a look at the syllabus. This is our course syllabus. There's also a college syllabus that's common to all classes at NMC. The assignment schedule is another thing you are definitely going to want to take a look at, because it basically shows you what we are going to cover every single week. And again, you're going to see those due dates. Now, these same due dates are at the top of each block. Okay, but this basically tells you what you need to complete. And it's a good idea to print this out. And then as you are working through the course, you can cross off the items as you complete them. The syllabus itself has my office hours. I have on-campus hours. I also have online hours. And I am available by appointment. And typically how that works for online students is they can either come on campus or I can meet them in the Zoom conferencing software. And quite often the students want to meet in Zoom because it saves them a drive to campus. I do have a phone number in my office, and that is listed here, but I'm really only in the office during my office hours. So the best way to get a hold of me is by email. I have a lot of online classes this semester, so I am going to be checking email several times a day. We have a description of the course, which I'll let you guys read through. As far as the materials, you do need the Cengage Unlimited subscription. And there are several different time periods you can purchase the subscription for. You can do a 4-month unlimited subscription, which is a semester, a 12-month, or a 24-month. If you know another class is using the subscription and you're going to be taking that class in the spring, then I would purchase the 12-month because it's going to save you money. If you're only doing this class that is using Cengage, then I would do the 4-month. Okay, so at this point, some of John Velas's classes and all of the office classes are using Cengage Unlimited. So if you are taking classes from John or you're taking any of the office classes, then you may be better off with the 12-month. The actual name of our textbook is Illustrated Microsoft Office 365 Excel 2016 Comprehensive. You will have access to the ebook with your subscription. And in the course, we have links directly to the book, and you can print out pages from the book. So you really don't need to worry about getting that hard copy, the printed copy of the book, because you can print anything you need. If you really want that printed copy, Cengage does rent them for $7.99. That's a discounted price for anyone with the Cengage Unlimited subscription. However, you're renting it, so it's not going to be permanent. So if there is something in the book that you want to use for future reference, I would definitely print it out. These are the learning outcomes that we cover in this course, and this is how we're going to meet the various outcomes. And you'll notice that there's quite a few outcomes that we meet through discussion. And that is why we have discussion exercises. Okay, so as you're going through the course, the discussion exercises serve several purposes. A lot of them allow you to investigate topics related to Excel. They also allow you to interact with each other, and they are meeting quite a few of our learning outcomes for the course. That brings me down to our general education outcome. So in this course, we are assessing quantitative reasoning, which is basically using numbers. And in Excel, we use a lot of formulas. So we are going to utilize a standardized test for this. It will be worth points. And as soon as it is available, I will add it to the course, and it will be above the Start Here block. You'll know because you'll see it. It's called the Test of Everyday Reasoning. You may have to take it for other classes as well. And the good news is you only have to take it once, and it counts for every single class that is using it. And you'll learn more about that when it is available. As far as the grading and assignment information goes, this is how the discussion and orientation, the training and testing modules, the quizzes, all add up for points. And I'm also listing here which outcomes they cover. And you'll notice that we do have a Microsoft Office certification exam in this course, and that is your final exam. Total points in the course is 1,000. How that breaks down for a grade is 95 to 100% is a 4-point, 90 to 94% is a 3.5, 85 to 89 is a 3.0, etc. So does that mean that if you're sitting at 949 points at the end of the semester, are you going to get a 3.5? So just so you guys know, I look for you people who are right on the edge, and I do bump you up into the higher grade. So no one is going to miss the higher grade by 1 point or 2 points. So usually I go within 5 points. Okay, so I specifically look for you, and I will bump you to that higher grade. So for most weeks, what you are going to need to do is you will be downloading the textbook files that go with the chapter we're covering that week. Then you're going to walk through the chapter, and there's videos. It's very interactive. You'll be opening up the files and modifying them. And that is how you're going to learn how to do tasks that are required of the assignments for that week. It's by kind of walking through those textbook chapters. Once you're done with the textbook chapter, you're going to do the discussion exercise. And the discussion exercise is worth points, and so you definitely want to do them. And then you will complete the training and testing exercises, which are also worth points. Finally, you're going to complete the Moodle quiz, and the quiz is based on your textbook chapter. So if you do not complete the textbook chapter, you probably will not do very well on the quiz. Each week, you'll notice It's almost all weeks. There's a couple weeks we don't have them, but most weeks there is an extra credit project, and that involves downloading a file, and then there's instructions that will tell you how you need to manipulate the file, and then you will upload the file and it will be corrected immediately. In fact, all of these Cengage exercises are corrected immediately. So you get immediate feedback, which is pretty awesome. The due dates. You do need to pay very strict attention to the due dates in this class. You will get a 2-week grace period to complete exercises. And I will be posting announcements with reminders because after 2 weeks, what's going to happen is those exercises are going to disappear and you will not be able to complete them. So completing things on time is critical for success in this class. And, you know, things in life happen, so you are given a 2-week grace period. After 2 weeks, you will not be able to complete the exercises that are worth points. You can still go through the textbook chapter. You can still do the discussion, okay? Although the discussion you will not get points for because most of them involve interacting with each other, but it will still be available. The training and testing exercises and the extra credit project will be gone. The Moodle quiz will be there, but it will be closed. Okay, so these things you do need to complete on time, very critical for success. I have been known to email and nag students, so expect to get emails from me if you fall behind, because I don't want you to fail the course. And success in this course depends on completing the assignments. And let's see, this just kind of explains how all of this works. Discussion has to be done on time just because you're replying and responding to each other. So if you don't do those things in a timely manner, then your classmates can't do their job. I will go through how these training exercises work in week 1. You'll notice when we get into week 1, there's several different modes, and I will show you how those different modes work. Okay, so this is basically just giving you a detailed explanation of all of the assessments in this class. Because this is an online course, it is best to email me if you need help, because I am checking it daily. If you don't hear back from me within 24 hours, please email me again, because probably means that I didn't get the email. Okay, or it might have gone into spam and I don't know that it's there. And I think the rest is pretty self-explanatory. Again, in this class, you do need to complete work in order for me to consider that you've attended. Okay, so just logging in is not attending class. So you have to complete and submit things. That is attendance in an online class. As far as the software goes, you can get a free copy of Office, and there is a link to that in the course. So if you don't have a copy, you can get one. And I'm going to go ahead and close this. And there are videos in here that show you how to access your Cengage materials. There's a video showing you how to unzip files if you don't know. And there's also a video showing you how to register your Cengage Unlimited subscription. Cengage will let you use materials for 2 weeks without registering. Okay, the course FAQ actually tells you information similar to what I just told you, but it's in a written form. Okay, so you can certainly read through this. Okay, and that brings us to your first assignments. You have two that are related to discussion. The first one is the student profile. I did include a little YouTube link that'll show you how to enter this. And this is basically so you guys can get to know each other. Because in an online class, sometimes students kind of work independently. You don't really get a feel for who's in the class or knowing each other. So you're going to fill this out, and then it's going to show different students in here in our class spotlight. It's going to show different students basically on a daily basis. Every time you come in here, it should show somebody different. I set it up so it'll display people randomly. And you can see that I went ahead and filled this out because you have to do like a one-sentence description of yourself, which really is not a very easy thing to do. And if you want, you can add some hashtags that describe you. So I think the hashtags may tell more about me than my sentence describing me because I am not a morning person. And my other hashtag is failure is not an option because I will work as hard as it takes, as long as it takes to succeed, and I will do that for you as well. I want you guys to succeed. So that is another one of my hashtags. Okay, so if you wanted to see everyone, you can click on View All Entries. And this is a fake student that I did the video for. So here you can see, good old Joe Schmo doesn't have a hashtag. He just did a little sentence describing himself. Okay, so we'll go back. And as you guys add yours, you will also be showing up in the spotlight. Then the discussion exercise, introduce yourself. You are going to give a little more information about yourself. So your nickname, any interests, hobbies, your major or program of study, anything else that you want to share, you can put in here. I typically add one about myself. I do tend to share a lot of information. You guys do not need to share all of the information that I have, but I am pretty comfortable sharing information about myself. If you are not as comfortable, just share what you're comfortable with, okay? So there's no right or wrong when you are introducing yourself. So both the profile and the discussion are worth points. And then if you come in here, there's some things that you're going to need to check off. Okay, and that's just indicating, yes, I've read the fact. Yes, I've read the syllabus. Okay, so you can read through this. And then if you have any questions, you can let me know. Be happy to answer anything that you are wondering about. Okay, and this training is optional. So if you've never used Office before, or you're brand new, or you haven't used it for a while, you may want to walk through the training, but you don't have to, totally optional. The orientation quiz you are going to want to take. And it basically asks you questions about the syllabus and about the FAQ. Some of them are pretty common sense. So on this one, if you have a problem or question, what should you do? So if you answer wrong, you can check it. And it's going to tell you it's wrong. So then what I would probably do is change it and check it. Ah, now I have it right. Okay, so go through, answer them, check them. At the bottom, you're going to go ahead and finish, submit the thing. And there's no reason for people not to get 100%. You can retake this thing as many times as you need to get 100%. Okay, so I fully expect that you all are going to get 10 out of 10 on that. And then under resources, this is the link to the free copy of Office that I mentioned earlier. If you're wondering about Cengage itself, they have a FAQ. If you are taking on-campus classes, you may want to review the campus safety video. And lastly, if you are having problems accessing Cengage, you are going to want to contact their technical support. And please, if you guys have any questions at all, let me know.